Hey everyone, it's Matt. The question is, should you be saving money if you want to build wealth and get rich? Well, I want to follow that up with a question to you. And that question is it smart to save something that depreciates in value every single day and is completely useless unless it is utilized? Well, let's get into this question a little bit further. So, cash. Let's talk about cash for a second. What is the purpose of cash? Is it to be saved and stored and accumulated? Or is cash to be utilized to buy goods and services? Well, you'd probably think it's probably the use of cash is to be used for goods and services and acquiring those things that you want and or need, the necessities, right? Well, what about saving cash in a savings account, right? There's this misconception. Save as much money as you can. That's how you get rich. That's how you can retire early, is saving cash. Save as much as you can in a savings account. Is that smart? Well, is it smart saving a bunch of cash, getting 0.1% interest, if you're lucky, in a savings account, while they are printing money at a record rate, inflating it, and their inflation rate is about 2+%. Now, the Fed will say, oh no, there's no inflation in the world. There's no inflation in the United States. Do you believe that? Go to your grocery store. Have you seen prices go up substantially over the last year or so? Now tell me there's no inflation. Yeah, right. There's definitely inflation. They're just not accounting for it, right? So again, going back to the idea, is saving money the ticket? No. The answer is no. The answer to the question is no. Saving money is not how you get rich. Having cash in your pocket or a wad of cash in your savings account is possibly the worst idea in the world. The reason I say that is because it is doing nothing other than decaying on a daily basis. It is literally dying every day. That money is getting worth less and less. It is getting worthless, right? Seriously, every single day, that money is becoming worthless. It is decaying in value. Your purchasing power of that dollar is becoming less and less on a daily basis. So, what should you do with money then? Well, first of all, let me say, I'm not giving you investing advice or anything advice at all. I'm just simply telling you, I'm building the case for why holding cash is a really bad idea. So what should you be doing with this money? Well, first of all, I would highly recommend you possibly, if you do anything, you should probably keep at least a reserve of some capital for your daily living, your expenses, whatever. You probably don't want to go down to zero. You probably want to keep a certain amount of months, whatever you're comfortable with, in savings to, something to fall back on. If things happen, you have something to fall back on for at least a few months. That's the responsible thing to do. So what do you do with the rest of the cash? What do you do with the rest of your money, your savings, your income, whatever you have? Well, you should probably be putting it into performing assets, something that generates cash flow on maybe a monthly, quarterly, a semi-annual, or an annual basis, something that will generate more cash. If you can put, say, $1,000 into something that generates maybe $100 a year, well, it's generating cash flow, right? It's generating a 10% return, right? That's pretty good. It's far better than a savings account is going to do, and historically, it's better than the stock market will do. Yes, I know the stock market has been going up significantly more than 10% a year over the last few years. However, what happens in a short time from now when the market is yielding negative 20% or negative 30%? Because this thing will collapse someday. When? We don't know exactly when, but it's going to collapse. We know that. Then it's going to have negative returns. Well, it's all going to average out, right? The averages of the S&P are about 7 to 8% over very long periods of time. Well, that's because it's all averaged, right? So ultimately, holding cash is a really, really bad idea if you want to build wealth. I mean, if you feel secure with having $100,000 or $50,000 or $1 million in your savings account, then great, then do it. If that's what you want to do, then do that. But if you want to grow your wealth, if you want to expand your wealth and have more income, the name of the game is to establish multiple income sources and to set up cash flowing, performing assets that generate cash flow on a regular basis. Get your money to work. Make your money work for you. The saying is, if you make your money work hard, you don't need to work hard, right? Something like that. That's not the exact saying, but you know what? I just made that up and it's close enough. So get your money working harder than you work so that you don't need to go to work. That is the name of the game. If you can get your money to get out there and start producing more, get your money to make little babies. That's the whole name of the game. Get your money to produce more. Get your money to work for you, and then guess what? You don't need to work for money anymore. That's the name of the game. So I hope this helps you out. As for me, you're probably wondering about me. Do I save money? No, I don't save money. Why? Because it's stupid. Why would I save something that's becoming worthless every single day? I save a little bit. I mean, literally a little bit to get me by, enough to cover my living expenses, my bills, my expenses for a couple months. That's about it. Everything else I deploy. I do not save money. It's stupid. Why would I save something like that? It's just like, why would I? It's a really bad idea. I don't like the idea at all. And you got to set up multiple sources of income and cash flowing assets, performing assets. That is the name of the game if you want to expand your wealth and if you ultimately never want to work for money ever again. If you want to sit back and go on vacation for a month, if you want to go on vacation for 6 months and never worry about anything else, the way that you can get there is by having performing assets that continue to pay you while you are on vacation doing whatever you want. That's the name of the game. Hope this helps you out. Thanks, everybody. Make sure to hit that subscribe button right down below, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you later.